Uranus in the fifth house of play and pleasure will liberate you mainly by helping you connect with the fact that your body is an instrument of experimentation on the physical plane. That you came here to experiment, and what you're doing is experimenting in your body, and the body is the big controversy. Are you pure or impure? Well, that usually comes down to the body, how people feel about the body, and whether they think that the body is inherently sinful or inherently holy, whatever it might be. And the reality is the body is your vehicle, and your vehicle is your way that you experiment. And Uranus in the fifth is, first of all, 7 years seems like a long time, but it's 7 glorious years of having Uranus in an earth sign and helping you resonate with the potential of being in a body, helping you resonate with the beauty of being in a body, finite in time dimension, right? This does not last forever. This immaculate physical experience, here you are. And so Uranus is saying, play, do the thing that's so hard for so many people born under your sign, which is given to seriousness and a Saturnian, taciturn quality that Capricorn often has. It can have a depressive quality, especially with Saturn in it. But Uranus is saying, set yourself free and live like life is an experiment and play. And this will take off a lot of pressure of all the growth impulses that you're under, and many, many, many other implications of these transits. Play. There's also a point up here called logos. Logos is like the concept of the paradigm. Logos is the framework of reality that you live in. Logos is the framework of reality that could frame any specific question. This is very helpful utility for you as an Aquarian, because the whole notion of Aquarius is so much about framing the context of ideas. And this is something that exists really on what I can only describe as a spiritual level, on a level that goes to the nature of existence, and how you frame your reality, the thoughts you think, and not only the thoughts themselves, but what guides you to think those thoughts, is a crucial part of how you experience life. So this means to practice the idea of framing. I'm not sure if I'm coming across with this, but the idea of how you frame a question, how you structure a question, how you structure your concept of a problem, how you structure an idea, how you structure your idea of a relationship, how you structure your idea of a task. All of this will either make it easier or make it harder for you to approach that task. And how you think of yourself in relationship to existence is another one of those things. Now, this is deep for, an astrology reading, but how do you think of the fact that you exist? Like, how do you think about how you arrived on this planet? How did you get here? What's the thing that got here? There's an equation between sexual development and overall maturity and personality development. And the most surefire way to shut down a person's process of emotional and psychic development, and therefore true understanding of who they are, is to shut down sexual development. This is one of the conditions our society finds itself in. It is also deeply personal for you because it's happening in the second house. And so your self-worth is right on the line around your whole notion of what it means to grow, mature, and heal as a sexual being. Now, I say this, I know, speaking into a culture where there is very little context for sexuality outside of the whole thing that the society's embroiled in over transgression consent, and political power, none of which actually involve sex or sexuality. Transgression, consent, and political power have nothing to do with your sexual healing process. If, in fact, they are more likely to be a distraction. You are on the level of your sexual healing process when there are no words to describe what you're experiencing, and there are no convenient concepts that can be made into hashtags or buzzwords or spray painted onto something. So the true sexual healing process is an internal recovery process of basically recovering who and what you were prior to the time of any problems that may have emerged, and also recovering the teaching of any problem that occurred, going into yourself and finding out what you gained as a result of a struggle, as well as what you need to tend to as a result of the struggle. Because Chiron is involved in this, there's always going to be an element of the what some call the shamanic wound. I'm not a big fan of the word shamanism, but the concept of the shamanic wound is an injury that leads to the cultivation of a strength, a gift, or an asset of some kind. Right? It is the seeming debility or loss around which strength is gathered.